Let's do quarter mark grades. Okay. CBS Sports put out grades. And I think the best way to tackle this is to show you league by league. So we'll start with the National League, the grades, digest, let me know where you think they went very wrong, or you can agree with them on some things too. Let's start with the National League. Kratz, slice and dice. And I'll say this for the podcast crowd who's listening. Cubs, Dodgers, Padres, Mets get A's. There's B pluses for the Phillies, Giants, and Cardinals. The Diamondbacks get a B. C's for the Reds and Brewers. D's for the Braves, Marlins, and Nationals. F's for the Rockies and the Pirates. Kratz, do you want to pick on one first?
You know what? I would say one of those A's needs to have a plus beside it. And to me, it's the Padres. I think what the Padres have done, I get it. They've had an A first quarter. But with what they have, with the people who they've lost, Jackson Merrill, Musgrove's not there right now. Yu Darvish hasn't thrown a pitch yet. They have absolutely had an A-plus first quarter because what they're doing is they're setting a different precedent for that division, that it's not just going to be the Dodgers. And to me, the Dodgers were supposed to be there. So in their account, were they supposed to be a B? And you know what? The Rockies shouldn't get an F. The Rockies shouldn't even be – they should just get an NA, or what did they put on your report card when you – an I, incomplete. They don't even get a grade. They dropped out. They clearly dropped out of school.
Expelled. Hey, for me, I know this sounds
Arizona
weird.
To me shouldn't have a B.
What should they have?
They should be a C because they should be better than what they are. To me, they should be a better team than what they are. They're 23-21, and I mean, I know they've had some injuries, but every team's had injuries, but Eduardo Rodriguez hasn't pitched very well. Corbin Burns, they haven't pitched the way we thought they would pitch going into this year. They're a negative run differential. I know you don't care, Scott, but that's telling right now. It's surprising to me. They do play the Rockies, though, coming up, so they've got a shot to win 3 in a row.
About to get hot.
But how did they get a B and the Braves get a D when they're missing their 2 best players?
Yeah, you're right. San Francisco, to me, should be an A, too, the fact that they're doing as well as they are.
Agreed.
Because no one thought they'd be until –
I mean, they got B+, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. St. Louis should be an A, too, because nobody thought they were going to be where they are either. I mean, you can't give everyone A's, but in today's world, you might as well.
I agree. I think you could make a case for the Marlins maybe getting a C. I thought they'd be worse. They're playing just as well as the Nationals right now. They're pretty much neck and neck, those 2 teams. They're a game apart. Did you think the Nationals and Marlins would be the same?
I think based on what we see, it's less expectations and more just how each team is playing. So that's why I don't disagree with too many of them. Like the teams that have the Fs are F teams. If you take away expectation, I think a lot of this list is spot on.
Sometimes we get the asks for lightweight hoodies, and I'm like, they exist. They're awesome at Rowback.
Without a doubt. Comfort, lightweight, durability. I wear these all the time. The color schemes are absolutely phenomenal.
Go check it out. You can use the code FOUL on rowback.com for 20% off your first purchase. That's FOUL on RHOBACK.com. 20% off all shorts, hoodies, polos, and more. Go check out Rowback. What about the American League? An A for the Tigers, an A- for the Mariners, B+ for the A's. Guardians, Yankees, and Royals get Bs. Red Sox, Astros, Twins, White Sox, Blue Jays get Cs. C- for the Rangers. Angels and Rays get Ds. The Orioles get an F.
Okay, so I'm going to go to my White Sox. How do they get a C? They're just as bad as we thought they'd be, right? Maybe a little bit better, but
they're 14-29. How do they get a C?
That's what I'm saying. Are the expectations to lose 110 games again? That's kind of what the pace they're on.
Yeah, that's
that's C. Like, to me, that it should be lower.
I agree.
I mean, Texas, to me, C-. I get it. There should be higher to me. The Angels are about where they are. Baltimore definitely deserves an F for what we've talked about. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I mean, the Angels, Tampa Bay, I don't know. I mean, there's some of them that are questionable, like Houston, I don't know.
The Rangers are 23-21. It's not great.
Yeah, it's not horrible. And they're right in the division race.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little harsh. I guess everyone thought they were going to run away with it. So, I don't know.
I think I think
White
some
Sox
of
and
them
Twins
are.
both have C's.
I think the expectations on some of these put them where they are right now. Because, I mean, the White Sox should be in the D or F range just based on the fact that they're not a good baseball team. But on expectations, they're definitely a C, if not a B. I mean, they've soared past my expectations. To me, I think the Yankees
14 and 29?
Yes.
That's
I thought they were going to
they're
be
going to lose
worse
two. That's
team
losing 2
record-wise.
out of every 3 games. That means they lose 100 again. That's what they're. That should never be the expectation. C means it should never be your expectation that we're going to lose 100 games again. That should not be. I'm sorry. There should be no team in Major League Baseball that goes into a season and says, we're trying to lose 100 games this year.
But they're grading what the roster looks like. And
I know, but they're grading from where it was last year. I get it all, but still.
They're not grading the organization. That if we want to do that, we've got plenty of Fs to hand out.
They are a worse team. They were built to be a worse team this year. They got rid of Garrett Crochet, Eric Fetty. They want to get rid of Luis Robert. Like, there is no way you can say, you know what? I think they want to win 100 games, or they want to lose just 100 games. There's no way. They would be happy with if they lose 110 based on what they put into this team to win. I thought the Yankees should be in the A category. They lost their ace to start the year, and maybe people will say, well, without Aaron Judge, well, who cares? They have Aaron Judge. To me, I think Aaron Judge puts them squarely in the A. If you want to, they're not as good as the Tigers, so you give them an A-. Great.
Hey, if you have other thoughts and you're watching this after the fact, send us a comment. Let us know where we're right, wrong, or where they're right or wrong.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.